Somebody just tell me why. Can somebody tell me why? It's just it's a never ending story, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I get started, I'm not here to, talk down on people's shortcomings and imperfections. Not here for that. I'm here to speak my mind on what took place. All right? So, Gilbert Arenas, man. Let's start off with you, Gilbert. For someone that's so critical on people, he's so for a person that's so critical on people, you get caught up in some nonsense. Wow, this is deeper. This is actually deeper than what I thought. This going way past this Gilbert Arenas situation. Now, this is what I thought, right? I thought that Gilbert Arenas was locked up, right, or indicted for just having regular gambling, playing cards at his house. This is deeper than just him playing poker at his house. So it says Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspect high-level member of the Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested today on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stake poker games were played at Gilbert Arenas mansion. So this wasn't all right. So I want people to get it. I want people to understand what's going on here. Right. Shout out to my top fans too. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. One love, man. So this is not just a situation about Gilbert Arenas saying, yo, why don't y'all come to my crib? Let's play a little poker. And when we playing a little poker, right, we might do a little gambling. It's deeper than just gambling. Like it's deeper than just regular gambling, right? You are operating, you're operating a gambling, like it's yo, why do we make the worst decisions when we're on top? Can somebody tell me why do we make the worst decisions when you're on top? Now, I know what people thinking, right? Oh, you're talking about him when he's down and you don't know what's going on. Bro, sis, when the feds grab you in an indictment, they have something. I'm going to say this again for the people that can't hear, all the way in the back. When the feds grab you, they have something. Now, that something may not be the overall be-all, but you're going to go down for something. This is a crime group. This was an organization. They said Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspect high-level member, right, of organized crime group, were arrested today for federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stake poker games were played in Gilbert Arenas' mansion. I always wonder, right? I always I always wondered what make people. All right, I don't even know how long this gambling been going on. Like, let's be clear in this department. Nobody knows how long gambling been going on. This gambling could have been going on for years. I'm talking about, and he could have stopped a long time ago. Okay, like, or it could have been going on and still going on. This was like a cross country connection. This wasn't like, because I was talking to my man, he was like, yo, how is he getting locked up for just gambling in his house? And I had to explain to him, came in operation, that's when the Fed stepped up. When it became an operation, that's when the Fed step up. Any of us can say, yo, listen, why don't you come to my house, bro? Yeah, let's smoke some cigars and let's play a game of poker. Yeah, we probably do some gambling here and there. All right, cool. It's really nothing wrong with that. Although gambling is illegal, right? Unless gambling is illegal unless you're somewhere where it's legal. So, like, for instance, like, you're really not supposed to gamble in your house and all of that. You know what I mean? I guess unless the states, wherever you at, say you're good. All right? But furthermore, this wasn't one of those things where you just come to somebody's house, smoke some cigars, and just gamble. No, you had some other shit. You had like a triangle offense on the overseas connected to America under the operation of what you got going on in your crib. Now, at first I had to say to myself, bro, you just signed a deal with your Gilbert Arenas podcast, right? You're on Sports Center, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, not Sports Center. You're up there with Stephen A. Smith. You know, you're doing your ones and twos as an analyst. You got deals coming in, sponsorships coming in. What in the hell are you doing? What are you doing? But I had to remember, Gilbert Arenas is the same person that brought guns to the locker room, right, when he was playing in the NBA. Go figure. Now, again, this is not to talk about his shortcomings, right? Because I don't see nothing wrong with friendly gambling. But when you create an operation, now that's a little bit different. Now, we don't know exactly when he stopped gambling, right? We don't know this. We don't know when this operation stopped. But I can assure you this. I know it was a couple people over there gambling. I can bet you that. I can bet you your last dollar some of your famous sports players went over there and they gambled. Talk to me, Bradley. What's up? Shout out to everybody that's on this chat. My name B McFly. You can follow me on Instagram at b.mcfly_. Yo, it's lit. I got a lot of things going on. You don't want to. I'm the person that wants you to think past your height because this message might go over your head. I'm the person that's going to break things down from a layman's terms, man. Like, I'm not trying to talk down on nobody, but this is a dope spot over here, a dope community. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this, man. No, I'm not related to Puff Daddy. I'm not related to Diddy at all. You know what I mean? So this is all that I'm saying, right? At the end of the day, I'm just confused on one, when did he stop gambling? When did this stop? You know what I mean? Because trust me, if you were still doing this while you got your podcast popping off and you got all your endorsements popping off, you a goddamn fool. You are a fool. If you are gambling under these operations with these connections, you are a fool. Let's see what they say. Because this is like, let's see what's going on here. An update on Gilbert Arenas. Arenas plead not guilty to Wednesday to conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business. Judge Jacqueline ordered Arenas release on $50,000 bond. The trial will begin September 23rd in LA before a U.S. district. Okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see what else is going on. So the bond wasn't bad. I mean, he faces up. I mean, and let's be clear. They said he faced up to 15 years in prison. But powerful BM. I got yeah, these people is crazy, man. All right, so let's see something real quick. Let's see what they talking about here, man. Because this is, yo. All right. So this is coming from CNN. This is the source, a source from CNN. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas was arrested Wednesday and is accused by the Department of Justice of being a part of a high-stake illegal gambling ring that ran out of one of his California homes. Arenas, 43, is facing a federal indictment on account of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, one count of operating an illegal gambling business, and one count of making false statements to federal investigators. So making false statements to federal investigators is saying, well, did you know that, hypothetically speaking, you were running a gambling business? And he said no. Well, this is the thing about the feds, right? The feds are not always right. Their conviction rate is only based on people pleading guilty, right? This is why the conviction rate is high, because people plead guilty. Now, if he made false statements, yes, that is a crime, right? And it's not a crime where you're going to be, sitting in freaking federal prison for forever. Oh, you got to do 30 years in federal prison because he made a false statement. No, it doesn't work that way, right? But they says right here, conspiracy to, so he has two accounts. One account of operating an illegal gambling business and one count of making false statements to federal investigators. According to Department of Justice, Arenas rented his mansion to host illegal poker games. He rented a mansion to host illegal poker games. This is a big one here, man. That's all I gotta say. This is a big one here. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, it doesn't say how long. If convicted, Arenas faces up to 5 years in prison on each account. So if he faces up to 5 years in prison on each account, that means he faces up, if they're running rapid, right? If they're running wild, rather. If they're running wild, he faces up 5 years for each account. So that's 10 years altogether. Yeah, I would think he would be okay. Irv, I think he's going to be okay too. But how can I say this? I think he's going to be okay, but it's still going to be something that's going on. Like something, if the feds pick you up, this is again, we don't know how long this has been going on. We don't know how long this has been going on. The feds, one thing about the feds, right? If they're doing the feds will do an investigation, right? The feds will do an investigation for 3 years, 5 years, 1 year, 10 years. The feds will do their investigation. Trust me. And when they do their investigation, they got people, because they can go off of hearsay as well. Right? They could go off of, I heard Gilbert Arenas out there running a illegal poker operation. He's running an illegal gambling poker operation. Yeah, they can go off of hearsay. Facts. right? And if they got people that's doing their investigation, you got people wearing wires, you got people wearing all types of things. This is why they are giving him account of giving false statements to the investigators, because they must got some things on him that's making it seem like they must got some stuff on him already. So these are the things, and now this is the thing that it's mind. Again, before we say he's wrong or right, we don't know how long Gilbert Arenas was doing this. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. We don't know how long he's been doing this. We're talking about Gilbert Arenas first, and then we'll talk about Shannon Sharpe second. So we don't know how long Gilbert Arenas allegedly has been doing this operation, this illegal poker operation, right? We don't know. But it will be crazy to me if once his podcast start popping off, once he start getting those endorsements, once he start being on ESPN and as a sports analyst, and he started to get that traction, if he was still doing that, I'm just wondering why. Somebody tell me why. Why, Gilbert? Why? And you're so critical on people. And it's like, how can you be so critical making dumb decisions? Come on. Come on, Gilbert. Now, if you been stopped this a long time ago, then I'm like, all right, cool. All right, cool. Now, it doesn't say how long he's been doing this. You dig? It don't say how long Gilbert has been doing this alleged illegal gambling. Gilbert Arenas joined Marcus Morris in prison. And even with the Marcus Morris situation, they trying to say he signed. Who in the hell? What gambling? What? Oh my God, I can't even think. Can somebody tell me where can you go, right, to gamble and you can write out a check? Where can you go? Where can you go to write out a check? They said Marcus Morris, I think he signed one check for 115 and then another check. Altogether, it came up to like $230-something thousand and it bounced. Where the hell can you go gamble at? Tell me. Where he can write out some bounce checks. I'm confused behind that. But anyway, Gilbert Arenas, bro, it doesn't say. Oh, okay, let's keep reading. So Arenas is a former 3-time All-Star who played 11 seasons in the NBA. According to the indictment filed from the prosecutors in Los Angeles, Arenas directed Arthur Katz, 51, to stage the games. Okay, who the hell is Arthur Katz? See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This shit is about to get real sticky. Because one thing about people, when everybody get caught up, you know what people start doing? Talking. Yeah, it was him. He did it. He did it. He did it. Okay, who the hell is Arthur Katz? To stage the games. Cat would then prepare the home and collect rent from the other individuals accused of being involved in the scheme. Cat, he staged the games, okay? Cat would then prepare the home and collect rent from the other individuals accused being involved in the scheme. Okay? Wait a minute, I don't know how this is one of those Russian names, okay, or one of those Y-E-V Yevgeny Gershman, who the department describes as a suspect organized crime figure from Israel. So, this is about to get, and I'm not laughing like I want this man to be locked up. I'm not laughing like, I'm happy that everybody is going down or they appear to be going down. I am laughing because all of this shit could have been avoided. All of this could have been avoided. So he's connected with someone overseas. You could have connected with me and could have been working with me. I'm the top motivator in the world. I could have been saving kids. You could have gave me money to save kids instead of allegedly gambling. No, yo, now I'm tight because this is what happens with black people, black men especially. We always get caught up in some shit instead of doing the right thing, saving our people. Saving our people. Why are we not saving our people instead of chasing our dopamine, chasing our desires? Because I'm going to get to you later, Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to get to you later. So you're connected with this guy from Israel. You're connected with the guy all the way from Israel. Allegedly, right? From Israel. Okay, and a couple other people. The names are kind of complicated to say. Would then manage the illegal gambling being done at the home, according to the indictment. Do y'all understand that these people have been working on this investigation for years? I'm going to say this again. Don't act like we don't get targeted, gang. Listen, this is what I'm saying. It's not about us getting targeted. I understand we have a target on our back, and I get it. But we also make dumb decisions. We have to be accountable for our decisions. This is not to pick on Gilbert Arenas. This is not to talk down on his shortcomings and imperfections. This is simply saying we have to stop making dumb decisions. The minute that we make our dumb decisions, guess what? Everything crumbles, everything falls, and guess what happens? Now we in positions like this. And again, we don't know if Gilbert Arenas been stopped this, right? Because this could have been going on years ago. But I will really, really, really be tight if this man was still running this operation with all of the great things that's going on with this podcast, being on First Take as an analyst, all of his sponsorships and everything else. Let's keep going. So, what managed the illegal gambling being done at his home, according to the indictment. All of the other defendants faces charges of 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating illegal gambling and 1 count of Okay. No lawyers of Arenas or the other defendants were listed in court documents Wednesday afternoon. Justice Department investigators accuse Arenas, co-defendant, of collecting money of each prize pot, inviting people to play in the games, hiring young women to serve drinks, provide... Yo, it's going deeper than what we're talking about, people. It is going deeper than what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm from Philly, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's on this chat. I'm B McFly. You can look B McFly up. I'm somebody. I may not be big in these YouTube streets, but trust me, my name hold weight around the world for saving lives, man. Google my name, tap in with me, patch in with me. I'm the one right here that's really the real deal, man. Facts. I just wrote a book with Master P, Darren Henson, Tiana Von Johnson, and so many other authors, man. Tap in. So the Justice Department investigators accuse Arenas co-defendants of collecting money of each prize pot, inviting people to play in the games, hiring young women to serve drinks, provide massages, and offer championship to the people playing the games, and then collecting the portion of what the women earned from their work. This is going a little deeper than what we're thinking about, people. I'm gonna need y'all to understand that this is getting a little bit deeper than what we actually thinking about here. According to the indictment, investigators obtained text messages between Arenas and Katz that showed the two planning to host alleged illegal poker games at the mansion, and even came up with the poker tables to bore Arenas' name and image. The two also discussed financial matters and payments over text messages, according to the indictment. There we have it, people. I'm going to keep reading. The text message cited in the indictment shows that the defendants scheduled an alleged illegal gambling nights, financial matters, recruiting women and dealers to work at the house, recruiting security, and other matters, according to the prosecutors. The indictment says that Arenas sent text messages asking about money collected at the games, complaining about players being intoxicated, and trying to find hosts for the gambling nights. The home used for the alleged illegal gambling nights was raided in a... Oh, so it was raided. Yo! It was raided. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at, people? The alleged gambling nights was raided in the early hours of July 20th, 2022, with the U.S. Department of Homeland investigators seizing money that was found in the master bedroom of the home. The former Washington Wizards attempt to get that money back by filing a petition with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Prosecutor says Arenas falsely told them he was not involved in the gambling that was taking place at that home. In fact, as a defendant, Arenas then knew the defendant Arenas had knowingly provided gambling equipment at the... Is that called a target? I'm going to ask y'all again. Is that called a target? Gilbert Arenas, you are very critical on people. Gilbert Arenas is very critical on people. And for you to make that... Yo. Are you serious? So let's keep going. Gamble House to be used to host an illegal poker game on July 19, 2022. Had knowingly rented, but the Gamble House to be used to host the illegal poker game on July 19, 2022, and was collecting rent from the host for operating an illegal poker game at the Gamble House on July 19, 2022. The indictment states. One of the defendants faces additional accusations. Gershman is charged with entering into a sham marriage with Valentia, whatever her last name is, and the two of them face 3 additional charges. One account of conspiracy to commit marriage fraud. Yo, this is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper, bro. So you got this guy, Gershman. Gershman is supposed to be the connect from Israel. Gershman is yes, all of this is alleged, but they got text messages. They got text messages, people. I don't want Gilbert Arenas to go to jail, okay? He didn't kill nobody, all right? He didn't grape nobody, okay? He didn't force people to do things that they didn't want to do. He didn't hold nobody hostage. I don't want him to go to jail. I don't want him to go to jail. Okay? But what I'm telling you is this, though. He is known for making dumb decisions. Why in the hell are you text messaging people about an illegal business? Hello? Ding, 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 ding. Hello? Ding, 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 ding. Is anybody home? Gilbert Arenas. Are you thinking up there, sir? This is called a paper trail. Paper trail. What? You want to know why? Do you really want to know why he's going to jail? Because he indicted himself. Hello? He's literally putting himself in prison. That's why the evidence shows that he's putting himself in prison. Y'all gotta, sometimes we gotta stop. We gotta stop feeling like pointing the fingers. Sometimes we gotta point the finger at ourselves. Sometimes we gotta point the finger at ourselves. We make these decisions off of greed, feeding our dopamine, right? Just always wanting more. So boom. So this guy Gershman, right? He is charged with entering into a sham marriage with this lady, and two of them face 3 additional charges. 1 count of conspiracy to commit marriage fraud, and making a false statement on an immigration document. Prosecutors allege Gershman paid Shorty for her participation in the marriage. According to prosecutors, they both submitted false information on immigration forms. It's pretty much over, man. It's pretty much over. He's definitely got to, Marcus, he definitely got to blame himself. He definitely got to blame himself. And, okay, so it was a raid in 2022. How can I say this? If it was a raid in 2022, I don't know if he continued to run these gambling sites. Run the illegal gambling thing in this mansion. I would hope not. But you know what they did? They said, we see that you want to rise. We see that you're coming up right now. We about to go after you now. That's what happens. Sometimes when they see people rising to the occasion, this is the time to go after them. And that's what they did. Now, I hope Gilbert Arenas, if his lawyer can't convince a jury nothing here is relevant. This is what I'm going to say, right? Like I said, I don't want Gilbert Arenas to get locked up. I don't want Gilbert Arenas to do time for this. I don't. I mean, he wasn't taking money from people, right? he wasn't he wasn't taking money from people. Like, do we want Gilbert Arenas locked up behind bars? No. Why would we want Gilbert Arenas locked up behind bars? He wasn't running a scam. You know what that means, right? Well, you're actually a fraud where you're taking money from people and old people and hardworking people. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't making in the indictment. They didn't say he had women in there doing things like he was ordering women to do things sexually, right? He wasn't griping women. Y'all know what I'm saying. Take the G off and add that other letter on. He wasn't griping women. He wasn't, killing people. He wasn't holding people hostage. He was gambling. And Uncle Sam went theirs. And when Uncle Sam don't get paid, it's against the law. When Uncle Sam don't get paid, it's against the law. Put him on probation if you got to do something. If yes, he talks too much not to get himself into more charges. I get you, Ray. I get y'all. Like, let's be clear here. He is the type of person that talks a lot, right? He's very critical on people. I get it. But do we want this man locked up? Nah. We don't want him locked up. For what? He didn't hurt nobody. The only thing he did was created, allegedly, but the proof is there, an illegal poker game. He ran an illegal poker games coming out of his crib, or a crib that he rented. Now, hopefully nothing else was going on in there. Now, if you go back to certain things about Gilbert Arenas, like when he was talking and all that, he said he played poker. He gambled with a lot of people. Now, this is going to be the kicker. Hopefully, don't no names pop up. Because if certain names pop up, then that means you are considered. You have conspired to this type of stuff. Keith, I feel you. I mean, like, at the end of the day, he has text messages. He did pay his tax. That's it, Ray. That's it. Y'all got to remember, Uncle Sam want his. Always remember, Uncle Sam want his. J Mills, you might. Listen, the best thing that the other man did was create the patent and create laws. In order for me to steal from you, you got to make sure your shit is patented, trademarked. That's it. You got to make sure your shit is patented and trademarked. If you got a great idea, a great product, and you ain't patented or trademarked it, or whatever the case may be, I'm stealing it from you. And if you got shit going on where there's money involved and people betting and gambling, and Uncle Sam don't got his, you ain't hitting Uncle Sam off? Yeah, you're going to jail. You need a casino license. Let's see. You need a casino license. Wait a minute. Is gambling? Let's see. Is poker? I completely agree with Ray. It's about taxes. That's it. Kind of looks like Floyd Mayweather. Let me see. In, in general, playing poker for money is legal in many places, but not everywhere, and there are often specific rules and regulations. It's generally legal to play poker for money in licensed casinos and card rooms. In some states, allows online poker. However, playing poker for money in private residence and unlicensed locations can be illegal, especially if the games is for profit or involves a rack. I'm sorry, it involves a rake. My bad. So in California, playing poker for money is legal in licensed card rooms, but not in private residence or unlicensed locations unless it's social games. Uncle Sam won his. So I hope that Gilbert Arenas to get a slap on the wrist, right? I hope that they look at him as not a threat to society, that he didn't do something outlandish and unruly. He didn't do something that was inhumane, right? Like, give him a break. Give him a break. That's all I'm like, give him a break, y'all. And I'm talking to, the investigators and everybody, to the feds. Give him, and to the judges, and give him a break, man. Let him do 10 years of probation. Come on. Come on, y'all. Let him do 5 years of probation. You know what I'm saying? Let him, like, he's not one of those guys that, like, yo, come on. And that's all that I gotta say about him. Now, let's jump into Shannon Sharpe. Here we go again. I said, here we go again. Shannon Sharpe, put some hair on your face. Put some hair on your face, Shannon. Okay? Because I was rocking with you. I was really, I don't know if I was the only, I was literally on Shannon Sharpe's side. Now, stop saying these girls got motion, man. That's why I'm going to start off with that first. I hate when I be hearing people say, oh, man, these girls got more motion than guys do. No, these girls are going to Dubai. They getting urinated on. They getting defecated. There is things happening to these girls over there in Dubai. Okay? They getting 40,000. They getting 25,000, 35,000, 45,000, 55,000 just for men to be doing nasty things to them. Nothing sexual. They're squatting over these girls and feces is coming out, landing on these girls, and they doing it for a large amount of money. And I'm going to get to Shannon Sharpe, but I just want to get this one off real quick. Everybody always saying, yeah, these girls be having emotions. I know women that's not out there selling their bodies. I know women that's out there keeping it cute. I know women out there that's working hard mentally. It's a lot of women out there that's really getting it from the muscle, becoming millionaires, thousandaires, right? Living in mansions, driving nice cars, really out there doing what they got to do to change the generational curse and to bring in generational wealth for their families. Yes, it's women out there that's not doing none of that nasty shit. But it's a lot of women that are, I'm talking about, they're opening up their legs, they're showing their body parts, they're giving up their body parts, they're letting people do nasty, nasty things that you do in the toilet. Things that you do when you're using the toilet, they are letting these men do that to them. And they want to act like they came up. They want to act like they did something so phenomenal, right? They want to act like oh yeah, I got motion. Nah. Let me look this up, right? This woman wrote a letter, right? Or something she wrote something in the Insta story. Thank you to all my fans and everybody for supporting me. What? Supporting you? You finally retired and now you got some new things in the makings. You're going to be on Instagram. Oh my God. Why? Why? Come on, man. Ah, man. The only fans girl on the right calls Shannon Sharpe his $100 million contract with ESPN and $23 million cash settlement. Right, he paid $23 million cash settlement. God damn. 23 million. I'm not the type to tell people what they do with their money. I'm not the type to tell people you earned your money. You could do whatever you want with your money. But that 23 million could have been passed down to, what y'all think, chat? HBCUs, upcoming young YouTubers, upcoming young podcasters, nonprofit organizations that's out here fighting against drug addiction, mental health, gun violence. That 23 million could have been invested in public schools somehow, some way. Okay. What Shannon Sharpe did, right? She was I think she was on OnlyFans when she was 20. That's when he started dealing with her. When she was 20. I believe she's now like 22, 23 now. Was it illegal? No. In the laws of the land, she was clearly legal. Now, what do my emotions say? My emotions say, if that was my daughter, I would feel some type of way. Because it's personal. Now, do I have control of my daughter? Well, stop looking at the game in the fourth quarter. We love to watch the game in the fourth quarter. Let's start off at practice. Understand the analogy of what I'm trying to say here. She already had in her mind the type of girl that she want to be. That's practice. Now it's time to get in the game. You 20 years old on OnlyFans. Why the freak is OnlyFans allowing 20-year-olds to make money by showing their body parts? But it's legal. So is it legal to people that are 10 years older than this girl? Is it legal to people that's 20 years older than this girl? Is it legal to people that's 30 years older than this girl? 40 years older than this girl? Who is it legal to? If you're 18 and older, OnlyFans is legal to anybody that's 18 and older. So Shannon Sharpe just so happened to be in his 50s, and she just so happened to be in her 20s, and that's the connection. Do you feel some type of way emotionally? Yeah. Okay? Now let me take my emotions out of it. She said Shannon Sharpe raped her, take the G off and add that other letter, and did some other things. It was a recording of her saying, I'll choke you, shut up before I choke you, or whatever he allegedly, well, not allegedly, whatever he said, and she ran with it, right? Shannon said, yo, this is what we do. She likes that. Somehow, some way, Shannon Sharpe like, yo, listen, they trying to frame me. I'm taking this all away. After a while, he gracefully bowed out to 23 million. 23 million her way. Why do we constantly find ourselves in this position over and over and over again? And why do you think people didn't go out there and support Shannon? You want to know why? You want to know why? Because Shannon is not out there supporting his people. Well, what do you mean by that, B. McFly? You get on here and you got your flashcards and you're up there talking about gossiping people business. Now, there's nothing wrong with that either. If a person want to go up to your show and tell their business, ain't nothing wrong with it. But time after time, I keep telling people, give back to your people so when it goes down, any type of go down, people will support you when needed. Nobody supported Shannon. Nobody supported Diddy either. Nobody supported Shannon. Nobody supported Diddy either. You want to know why? Because just like Shannon, Diddy wasn't looking out for his people. He may have said a few things here and there, did a little few things. He had a school in Harlem. All right, man. Listen, I'm not talking about the bare minimum. Oh, I could build a school in Harlem and I could do this. We talking about giving back to the people. What does giving back consist of? What does that look like? The infrastructure of the community. Let's see what $23 million can do for a black community. Let's see. Let's go to chat. All right. We're gonna see what can $23 million do for the black community. What can $23 million do for the black community? Uh, uh, uh. Education, scholarship fund, 2,300 four-year college scholarships at $10,000 a year. School resources, equip dozens of underfunded schools with new textbooks, new text meaning technology, books, and support programs. After school and mentorship programs, expand STEM, arts, or college prep programs for thousands of youth. Number two, does you see that right there? Number two, entrepreneurships and economic empowerment. Grants, loans for black-owned businesses provide $50,000 in grants for 460 small businesses. Launch several black businesses, accelerators, and innovators hubs in urban communities. Job training programs upskill thousands in trades, coding, healthcare, and green jobs. Health and wellness, mental health service, establish community-based health clinics in multiple cities. Fund programs address black materials and reproductive care. Fitness, support urban farms, foods, co-ops, and wellness centers and food deserts. I'm going to keep going. What we saying right here, 23? Where we at? Criminal justice reform, illegal aid. Illegal aid. Bail funds and legal defense help thousands facing pretrial detention and unjust prosecutions. Policy advocacy. Fund research and lobbying for reforms like ending cash bail or sentencing disparities. Community-based violence prevention. Invest in programs like cure violence and reduce gun violence through local interventions. Housing and community developing. Remember I said the infrastructure? Affordable housing units. Build and preserve hundreds of affordable homes. Down payment assistance. Help 1,000 plus families buy first homes with $15,000 in grants. Protect residents in gentrifying neighborhoods through land trusts and legal. Yo, the list goes on what $23 million could do. How much was the lawsuit with Cassie? Can anybody tell me, chat, how much was the lawsuit with Cassie? Can anybody tell me? I'll figure it out myself then. was 30 million, right? No, it was 100 million. It was 100 million. Yo, what? So okay. Let me see something real quick. And and Shannon Sharpe, grow some hair on your face. If you could grow hair on your face, grow some goddamn hair on your face. It says right here, the 100 million figure mentioned is related to the default judgment in a sexual assault lawsuit. Cassie, okay, so filed by Cassie against Combs, was settled for 20. Oh, okay, it was settled for 20. Oh, it was settled for 20 million. Pardon me. I apologize. Wait a minute. A separate lawsuit filed by an inmate against Combs result in a 100 million default judge due to his failure to respond to the lawsuit. The judgment was later challenged by Combs. Okay, Combs denial. Combs has denied the allegations made by. Okay, all right. So let's put it in content, right? Shannon, all of this for your desires. You didn't do nothing wrong, but you did something wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong by dealing with someone that was actually legal. You just, that was just way too young. And that was the wrong, like, you just go grow some hair on your face, bro. Grow some hair. Grow some hair, Shannon, and be black. Okay? That's all you got to do, Shannon. Grow some hair on your face and be a black man. That's it. Now, time after time, we always find ourselves as black men caught up in, criminal court cases, just legal court cases, right? And it's always behind greed and sexual acts, gun violence. And I'm talking about rich people, right? I'm talking about rich people that's worth millions and millions of dollars. You could pay out 20 million here, 23 million there. You can pay out, I'm talking about those type of people. We gotta do better as a community. We gotta do better as a community. We are giving these people free money. So let's put this in perspective. Not only are they getting free money, they are getting free bodies. Meaning our people are being locked up, detained forever. Forever. We gotta change the trajectory of how we are living. YouTube gets paid off of us. We are global currency, people. Think past your height or the message gonna go over your head. We are literally global currency. They can use us anywhere in the world. We are the entertainers. We are the spokesman. We are frontline when it comes down to community activists. As community activists, we are everything that these people want us to be. And the money, every time we stepped up, cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, you want to argue with me? Let's argue online. Cha-ching. Oh, you want to do sexual content? Let's do sexual content online. Cha-ching. Oh, you up there shooting each other? Okay, let's take them to court. Let's lock their asses up. You doing life behind bars with no parole. Cha-ching. Black people is just, every black person is a cha-ching, black person cha-ching, black person cha-ching. You want to rap, cha-ching. You want to dance, cha-ching. You want to play an instrument, cha-ching. You want to go act, right? You want to be in a series. You want to be in the movies, right? You want to be reality shows, cha-ching. Come on, man. Come on. We got to change the dynamics. How much do YouTube, every time I look, how much do YouTube make off of us? How much do Instagram make off of us? How much does Twitter make off of us? How much does TikTok make off of us? We are the money. Black people, we are the money. Now imagine if Diddy said, I got 20 million. Shannon Sharpe said, I got 20 million. Jay-Z said, I got 20 million. Kanye said, I got 20 million. Mm. 50 Cent say, I got 20 million. That's 100 million. Right? And I'm just calling out people that I feel like I know got it. Right? You could say Tyler Perry, I got 20 million. Dr. Dre, I got 20 million. Shit. Oprah, I got 20 million. Let me see, who else? All right, we know it's a lot of people, it's a lot of black people that can put up 20 million. I just named damn near about, I don't know, 10 people. That's $200 million. Everybody that I named, go to chat. Everybody that I named, right? Now, this is what we want to do. Let's ask a real simple question. If it was something, if it was something that I want to change in the black community, I would say my number one change in the black community would be education. And here's why. The reason why I would pick education is because schools, public schools, are the hub for the community. Hear me out. No matter how we look at public schools, right? Public schools is the hub. it's a guarantee that mainly all the kids in the community are going to actually go to the community school. Make sense? Right? Now, you may have some that go to a school further out, they use a different address, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, depending on what cities you're from, right? If you live in a big city or if you live in a small town, but I'm talking about, regular, predominantly black cities, right? Now, education wouldn't be based on the curriculum. It would be a different curriculum, right? Yo, B, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Now, the reason why I say education is because I wouldn't use the curriculum as a form of teaching our kids, right? I would definitely change the curriculum, but I would make public school more relatable, and I would make school not just relatable to the teachers. I would make school relatable to life, right? So it would be technology all over the place because the world is moving through technology. Like, that's just the bottom line. I would teach kids how to grow food, right? How to, definitely grow food. I would teach kids how to survive just in case something crazy happened and now we got to learn how to survive in the wilderness, right? These are the things I will prepare. The type of school that I'm talking about in public schools, yes, you have to do the basic reading and writing. And if you want to be an astronaut, I have to prepare you for that. You want to be a scientist, I want to prepare you for that. But guess what? If you want to be an entrepreneur, I have to prepare you for that. See, in school, your answer is not the right answer. Their answer is the right answer. And this is why I get why kids want to just drop out. On top of, it's no teachers that are relatable. See, I wouldn't want the teachers to come to school with a suit and a tie on. No, come to school comfortable. Come to school relatable. We're not sitting in chairs all day. We're moving around. A lot of this shit will be hands-on. A lot of these things will be comprehensive skills, right? We wouldn't be in uniform and line up and blowing bells and all of that. No. You understand what I'm saying? None of those would take place. The schools for me would be relatable, and kids will understand financial literacy. Kids will understand stocks and bonds, wills and trust funds, insurance, life things that they need to understand. All of this, school today is to keep you stagnant. School today is to keep you not, like, it's to stay on one level. I don't want you to learn too much, but I want you to be smart enough to be systematic. Or I want you to be dumb enough to where as though I can take your money because you're poor-minded and you're just poor. No, that's not how I would want public schools. So if it was up to me, each public school would be relatable to life and how the life as we know it. That's it. So 100, 200 million. How can 200 million change public schools in the inner city? The infrastructure and the facilities. Many inner city schools operate in outdated buildings. You see that? Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Many inner schools operate in outdated buildings. Investing in physical space can remotely, or so you can renovate classrooms, restrooms, HVAC systems, replace lead pipes, windows, ensuring health and safeties. You can step up your library, right? Labs, cafeterias, safe outdoor spaces, gyms, Wi-Fi technology infrastructures. Come on, man. Come on. You mean to tell me like, if you really want to see change, that's what we got to do. Now, because let me tell you something. The shooters are coming to school. The shooters come to school. The drug dealers are coming to school. The victims are coming to school. And everybody are coming to school to do everything but learn. People come to school to do everything but learn. Man, I was crying all night. Now when I get to school, I don't want to do no work. I just want to laugh all day. Man, I was up all night. So when I come to school, I don't want to do nothing but sleep because now I can sleep peacefully. Man, I was at home and I had to feed my siblings, wash their clothes, wash them up, prepare them for. And when I come to school, now I want to be a kid because at home I had to be an adult all day, all night. Trust me. Do you know how many counselors are at a school? Back in the day, I graduated from high school. I graduated from Overbrook High School, right? In West Philly. Man, I want to say it was about 25 to 3,000 students. That's a lot of kids. Guess how many counselors were in that school? 4? Oh, man. I would have the best foods, right? Because the food that you intake alternates this up here. The food that you intake that comes down to your stomach alternates this up here. Yo, I'm out of here, y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, b.mcfly_. If you want to look me up on Google, Brandon, Brandon, Chastang, Chastang. I just co-authored a book with Master P, Tiana Von Johnson, Darren Henson, you know what I mean, from Soul Food, and like several other authors. It's called Mastering Your Mental Health. Volume 1, you are not alone. Yo, you can pre-order your books today. My cash app is my cash app, $BMCFLY60. Cash app, $BMCFLY60, sorry. And my Zelle is blchastang81@gmail.com. blchastang81@gmail.com. I appreciate the love and support, man. You know what I'm saying? Pre-order your books today. Pre-order your books today. Pre-order your books today. And we're going to jump on another live tomorrow. Let's start doing lives on YouTube. I think we should start doing that. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love and support, man. I appreciate y'all sharing. I appreciate y'all doing. I just appreciate y'all, man. This is the community that we need to be in. This is the community that we need to start, man. And we need to change like the mindset of what's going on these YouTube streets, what's going on these Instagram streets, what's going on, period. Because we're losing. And let's start winning, man. Get in tune, get activated, be McFly. Let's go.